Hey guys, JohnnyCurms2000 here, and welcome back to Let's Play the Invincible Iron Man for the Game Boy Advance. This is part 4, and believe it or not, this is also the last part of my Let's Play of this game. Yeah, rather short game, as could be expected. It's a it's a Game Boy Advance game. It's not that long, unfortunately. But while it's not that long of a game, I did find it somewhat enjoyable. I mean, I knew that this game didn't get the greatest of reviews, unfortunately, but for what it is, it's a fun little game. But anyway, here we go on to what is this, level 7, stage 7. There's only 8 levels in this game, unfortunately, and as you guys probably know by now, know the drill. There's 2 stages. Like, there's one sort of setting, what have you, per every 2 stages. So, for example, the first 2 stages in this game were the construction zone. So that was level 1 and level 2. And crap it, I fell. That was bad on my part. Level 3 and 4 were in the forest. Level 5 and 6 were in the sort of like the mountain area, the ice/snowy level. And then these levels, levels 7 and 8, are going to be in sort of like this like this factory sort of stage. So get used to seeing this until the end of the game. Now in this level, this is where the game pretty much just throws everything at you. We've pretty much already seen all these enemies before. There's only one enemy that well, 2 enemies rather, that we have not seen. The first one is those little green things that are crawling on the floor, and what they do is that they're a little bit strange. Now, if they walk towards you, like if they don't do any kind of like touch damage, which is a godsend in this level. But so right there, I didn't get any damage for just touching them or walking past them. But what happens is that they're pretty much, sort of like the bob-ombs of this game. What happens is that if you touch them, or if you stand there, they will explode, and then that's how they damage you. Otherwise, they don't really do anything else. You can shoot them. I suggest shooting them. They don't pose that big of a problem, but because this level has so many freaking enemies all over the place, you're gonna be sort of they're gonna kind of come out of nowhere. So while you're trying to take out some of these bigger enemies, some of these enemies that take more shots, they're gonna come out of nowhere and sneak past you, and then they'll go up to you and blow up because you're not paying attention to them. And I do think, if I remember correctly, you have to duck to shoot them. So if you're not paying attention to them, you can kind of just lose track of where they are and things like that. Actually, lied. There's 3 new enemies. The second one was those little flying, little robot things that shoot you. But those we've seen versions of them, so I don't really consider them. The other big enemy that's new for this stage and for the last stage is these big mech-looking robots that take multiple hits to take down. We've already seen plenty of them, like right there, that guy right there. And I kind of just said screw you and just ran past him. Those guys, they're not that big of a problem. I mean, I don't consider them that big of a problem. Their shots, you can just crouch and just shoot them like that, like what I just did right there. Their shots, though, if I remember correctly, do deal out somewhat a lot of damage. So you do have to be careful about that. But other than that, they're just standard. You've dealt with them before. They're just cronies. They just happen to look bigger and they take more damage to take out. But other than that, they don't pose that big of a threat as far as taking damage or taking your damage. Not taking your damage. That doesn't make sense. Taking your health away. They're not. What am I saying? The only bad thing about them is that they take more hits to take out. There you go. My God, I can't talk. Now the gimmick of this level, if it does have one, is these little elevators right there that you guys see on the side there. Now this level, you can sort of skip past a lot of the sections, like I've been doing so far. Now the thing is that you have to use these elevators to go up and down the levels, or the platforms and things like that, but you can sort of bypass multiple areas just by sort of abusing the double jump and the air dash that Iron Man has. By the way, this is a dig move right there. Look at that. the guy, like this guy right there, just came out of nowhere. He just fell, and you got damage. Now this is, at this point in the game, this is where the sort of reducing your energy level becomes a your decreasing energy level that powers up your shots really becomes really starts to become a problem because of the fact that there's so many enemies on the screen at once. Now you're dealing with all kinds of crap, enemies that you have to take out, otherwise you have to, or otherwise you'll take damage, like that small little area that I was in just there, that vertical shaft or whatever you want to call it. Because if I don't take the enemies out, I'll take damage because I have to take them out in order to progress without having to take damage, at least. And it does become a problem, and in fact, the first time I played this game, I actually had to, there were multiple times in these two last levels, where I actually ended up having to stay just standing, waiting for my energy level to replenish on it by itself without having to find an energy orb. That's how bad these two levels can get. Sometimes, not all the time. I was lucky enough in this playthrough where I didn't need to just stand around and kind of just wait for my energy level to increase and fill up again. Thankfully, I was actually wondering if I was going to need to take that, use that. Thankfully, though, because of the fact that I'm playing this off of an emulator, I can use the speed up feature. But you know, if I need to, I actually did do that in my practice run for this game. I was just wondering, like, should I do that for my regular Let's Play? Turns out I didn't need to. So that's always good. So anyway, as you guys can see here, there's just a bunch of crap. And now that my energy level is pretty much at 0, it takes a lot longer to take these guys out. So this level isn't... To be completely honest, these two levels aren't that hard. It's just... I mean, they can be tricky. I shouldn't say that they're not that hard. Like right here, what the crap? There's like everything shooting at me. And but the biggest problem that I run into isn't so much that there's so much crap on the screen that's shooting at you. That does become annoying, and that can potentially become a big problem. But for me, it's always been the fact that I run out of energy so fast. Like those big guys, those big mech-looking guys, take so many shots to kill, and you're undoubtedly going to be spamming the shot because there's so much crap on the screen at once as it is, that you're just gonna run out of energy eventually. And my god, look at this. Ugh. But yeah, I mean, it's not that hard, honestly. For a final level, it's alright. Not like this other game that I'm thinking of, which I may be doing a Let's Play of sometime soon. I'll talk about that at the end of this video, at the end of this, at this game, rather. God, this level drags too. I guess all these levels drag on, really, but you know, it's a nice little shooter. If you like shooting stuff, this stage will be a godsend. Oh, and a little note here. I just I zoomed past this area right here. Nice little transition there because I die. I can't stress enough how much I like. I get a little giddy every time I see Iron Man die, which is a little bit morbid, but the way he just kind of just rolls and just plops down on the ground, and my god, there's a lot of slowdown. That's the other thing about this level. There's so much crap going on on these stages that there's going to be some horrible slowdown. That's not the I don't think that's the emulator. I don't remember if it is the emulator or if it's the actual game. But yeah, there's going to be some very noticeable slowdown, which is to be expected having all these sprites on screen at the same time. And look at that. I don't know if you guys noticed, but these boxes right here, the green boxes, I just passed them. They actually had Iron Man suits inside them. Holy crap. That means that the Blizzard, or whoever's commanding the Blizzard, I don't think we found out yet. I may be wrong. But yeah, you guys can see, it's a nice little touch that I noticed actually. I actually I noticed it before, but I not mentioned it now. It's a nice little attention to detail there. The fact that there are like Iron Man suits. And as you guys can see on the right there, that's another little portrait for some of the unlockables, which again I'm not going after because they're not really all that worth it, honestly. They're just I'm just gonna point it out. I mean, I'm gonna point it out at the end of the game here after I finish. But really, the gallery section in this game is really not worth it. And my God, I'm almost dying. Good Lord. Look at how close I am to dying. How am I not dead yet? Look at that. Oh, wait, no. Sorry. Anyway, we're almost at the end. Booyah. Now we're off to fight the final boss of this game. My arch nemesis, Crimson Dynamo. I should have guessed this was one of your schemes. That's right, guys. We're going to be facing off against the Crimson Dynamo. As soon as I press A here. There we go. You took your time, Iron Man, but I'm afraid you are too late. I have already made good use of the suit data. I uploaded to the... Oh, crap. This stops here, Crimson Dynamo. You will not use my technology for destruction. Ha! You will not find an easy... An easy to defeat is my lackey, Blizzard. I have used the data to calibrate my armor so it now absorbs the energy from your repulsor weapons. Your attacks will only make me more powerful. Mwahaha! If he's right, that will make him nearly invincible. I need to think my way out of this one. He must have some weakness. And that's right, folks. So we can't use the repulsor blast. Now, I don't really show it off here, but what happens is that you have to collect these orbs, and they do replenish, so they do reappear after you collect them. They appear on the left side and on the right side here, so I collected the one on the left. So then after I used it, it appears on the right. Now, the thing here with the Crimson Dynamo is that you can't use your repulsor, your regular attack. What you have to do is you have to collect the energy orb. You have to use your super there, the unibeam. It hits him. It doesn't damage him though, like it just stuns him. So right there he's stunned, but he hasn't taken any damage. And then you have to dash into him. That's the only way that you can damage the Crimson Dynamo. And it actually took me a long time to figure out the first time that I fought him. At first I thought that all I had to do was stun him, and then after like 20 minutes non-stop, the first time I fought him, I noticed that I wasn't doing any kind of damage whatsoever. And that's because that there's two parts to this boss strategy. You have to stun him first with the unibeam, and then you have to run into him, which is kind of odd, seeing as how the dash attack really hasn't been used all that much up until this point. Like, there hasn't been anything other than the walls that you have to break down that uses the dash attack that tells you that that's even an attack that you can use against enemies. Now, if you've been watching this Let's Play, you've been noticing that every once in a while I will actually hit enemies with the dash attack and cause damage, but it's never been used, you know, like up against a specific enemy or something like that can only take damage with the dash. So it was a little bit cryptic the first time I fought him. But anyway, enough hits, and Crimson Dynamo is no more. Booyah! Now we just pose in front of his dead corpse, like so, because we are Iron Man and we are awesome. The energy released from Crimson Dynamo's overloaded armor is triggering explosions throughout the tower. Look at that sweet, sweet animation. Not really. My God, this is taking a long time. All that electrical energy will have wiped any information stored within the tower's databanks. Now Iron Man's secrets are safe once again. Time to return home and tighten security so that my armor never falls into the wrong hands again. I averted this disaster, but next time could be a different story. Oh, Iron Man. That's always one of your storylines. Everybody takes your armor. And once you defeat the game, this is what you get. Congratulations, you've unlocked the level select screen. That's the only thing you get from beating the Invincible Iron Man for the Game Boy Advance. You don't even get proper credits. The way that you have to see the credits is you actually have to go into one of the... I think it's... actually, we'll go check it out here, but... Yep, that's pretty much it, guys. That's the end of the game. We've unlocked the bonus here. We can look at the gallery. We can look at the level select, which is unlocked whenever you finish the game. As you guys see there's not that many levels. Here's the gallery. I didn't unlock any of these portraits or whatever, so there's not much to look at, but just trust me that there's not really much to look at. And in order to see the proper credits for this game, which should have been a no-brainer to include them at the end of the game once you beat it, but no, you have to go into the bonus option and actually go in there to look at the credits the proper way. And I'm not sure if this is an emulator problem. Can't remember if this was in the actual cartridge, like the physical copy of the Invincible Iron Man for GBA, but the little sprite on the right there of Iron Man took a long time to start running. Can't remember if that's a emulator problem or not, but either way, it's there. It's not really that important. But yeah, guys, that's it for the Invincible Iron Man for the Game Boy Advance. It's a good little game. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it for what it was. Now, it's definitely no, it's no Mega Man game, even though that's sort of the closest game that sort of reminds me of this game. But it's a good game. It's an okay game. If you like Iron Man, I suggest you get it, because unfortunately this is one of the better Iron Man games out there. And by that I mean, of the 4, I think there's only 4. It's this one, the Invincible Iron Man for the Game Boy Advance. It's Iron Man and Exo Manowar in Heavy Metal for PlayStation and Saturn, and that one's even duller than this game. And then of course there's the 3 movie tie-in games, Iron Man 1 and 2 for the Xbox 360 and PS3, and Iron Man 3, which is a handheld for, or it's a smartphone only game, which is alright, but it's not a proper game. So yeah, this has been the Invincible Iron Man for the Game Boy Advance. I hope you guys enjoyed my Let's Play. Next up, I am not sure what I'm going to be doing. Maybe I'll continue on with my Marvel games that I have, or maybe not. Either way, I will see you guys in my next video. This has been Johnny Crimson 2000, and yeah, peace out. As always, if you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you want to get more stuff from me. In the meantime, if you like my videos, be sure to find me on Twitter, Tumblr, Raptr, and Screwattack.com to see the other gaming-related content that I upload. Info is in the description. Who knows? Maybe you'll like my stuff. Maybe. Maybe.